these.
They're going self. They both self already?
Damn.
Yeah, they must have.
Where the hell is?
Super not seeing this shit. Oh shit, there you go, there he is, he's over there.
Want to
Just trying
swing
to
back
think-
and grab me?
There's another one right here. Downed him.
They're running hard.
Oh, that is him. Damn.
Somebody else.
We got one.
Downed one. Hold up. What? Downed him.
Oh,
Behind.
for a while. He's behind it. There he is.
There's a whole team in there. There's a whole team really just sitting in there.
No! What's going on, YouTube? Well, we finally jumped into Caldera. It's finally here, and I can honestly say after playing it for 18 hours straight, I've thoroughly enjoyed my experience. The content is fresh. The map feels good. Some may argue better than Verdansk in a way, and we can now climb up certain rock faces. Still a little bit difficult at times, but feels good to be able to move up a hill that obviously you would have died to the storm before in Verdansk. Otherwise, bit of a nightmare, but luckily there's a lot of things that are fixed with this. Some that I'm not too keen about when it comes to one of those moments where you have to wait to buy the loadout until the first one drops. Something I'm not exactly too pleased about, but with everything else being so pleasant and enjoyable, it's a bit of an afterthought for right now. And the sheer fact that we have all the Vanguard weapons available to us. There's going to be metas flying out of the woodworks. We've got all these people talking about this, that, and the other. Trust me, I'm going to be throwing my own 2 cents in. And today we've got the number one loadout that I rolled in with, got the first dub with. We got the NZ41 along with the AS44 for that close range. A lot of times with this map, you're going to find yourself in medium to long range fights. Very seldomly did I even engage in some close combat unless it was the very beginning when everybody had just dropped into the same place right on top of each other. You know how it goes when you jump out and everybody's just trying to check out that new location. Everybody's scattered all around. Who knows what the new hotspot's going to be, the new superstore, whatever that may be. We'll see that in the coming future. As of right now, after 18 hours, I think there's still locations I haven't even fully covered. Some of them I haven't even visited at all. Not even thinking about it, just going in, trying to get that bounty, trying to get that UAV money up. Now over 6K for each of those. But on that note, let's get into the loadout itself. We've got the NZ41 with the AS44. NZ41 is going to be an absolute dominator when it comes to long range and medium range fights. You've got the rate of fire, you've got the damage with this, and absolutely pinpoint accurate, along with possibly dealing a bit more flinch damage. We'll get to that attachment here in a second. We start off with the F8 stabilizer. We're just getting that damage range and accuracy with this. That's going to be huge. The damage range, especially. Accuracy isn't the biggest thing. We just need that damage range because, like I said before, with this map, a lot of hilly terrain, a lot of long-range engagements are going to happen, more than on what I thought previously. And once you finally jump into this, if you haven't been one that got into the early access for the first 24 hours, you're coming in on December 9th. It's pretty massive. I wouldn't say too much bigger than Verdansk. It's not massively larger than it, but it does seem like it from above and when you're walking around it. But it could be at the same time, just the way it's shaped and that it's all brand new to us. But when it comes to the barrel, we've got the Orb Weaver 360 millimeter BC, getting that highly accurate and controllable, along with reduced scope sway and gun bob. Bear with me, guys. Like I said, 18 hours and we're still rolling. Optic, I went with the G16 2.5. Not only are we getting the recoil control and the accuracy, but we need that 2.5 magnification for some of those long-range fights. It's going to be helpful for us. We may be taking a cut to our ADS, but when it comes to some of these long-range fights, that ADS isn't slow enough to actually hinder us in a complete manner, and if it did in any way, more than likely you were already dead before you could have taken that first shot. When it comes to the stock, we went with the Orb Weaver E-Pack. We're getting more of that recoil control, recoil recovery, accuracy, and a little bit of that flinch resistance one. Now we're taking a cut to that movement speed, sprint to fire, aim down, and sight speed. Movement speed especially, we're utilizing the secondary for all of our movement. We'll still have a decent amount of movement, but when we're traveling, like we're in Lord of the Rings on some of these moments, trying to get to the circle or the next ring, you're definitely going to need some more mobility than what you'll get with this. Now, when it comes to the perk pinned, I'm kind of at a toss-up. I don't know how well this effectively works inside of Warzone right now. I'd probably argue you may be better off going with Brace or Frenzy, maybe even Acrobatic for just sprinting move speed, movement speed in general, because there was more than a few kill cams where I hit the person first, and somehow, yeah, I mean, it just seemed like they've got no flinch whatsoever. It's like every shot I dealt into them did not even move their crosshair, nothing at all. Maybe this was due to the fact that they had flinch resistance. I'm not 100% certain on this. Something to toy around with. I need to do a little bit more testing with it to be certain of it, but if you think it's not going to work out as well, I'd say go with Acrobatic, Frenzy, or Brace. Possibly even discard. Since we only have 45 rounds in this mag, you will be completely depleting some of these magazines, and that can make for a longer reload time. So this could cut down on that reload time for you if you felt like it was just a bit too long. Now when it comes to the perk 2, fully loaded, fully works inside of Warzone, just like it did in Modern Warfare. Absolutely amazing perk to have on any weapon just as soon as you get that loadout. Doesn't matter if you just came back from Gulag, or you just haven't found enough of that ammunition, or you're depleted in any way, just go into that loadout, especially since we're not getting a loadout until the first one drops. So if you're going to that location and you got a couple more boxes, you could be in for a decent fight before you even get to that loadout in the first place. Could have dropped a lot of ammo. Since it's that beginning portion, maybe some other people have depleted it as well. Gets a bit hectic in the beginning, but having enough ammunition to push on right after you get that loadout, it's a clear peace of mind for yourself. And when it comes to the rear grip, I went with Pine Tar grip. We're getting some of that recoil control, hipfire accuracy. We don't even need that for real. It's just about that recoil control. Just giving us that ability to not have to pull down as much with this weapon when it comes to long distance shots. You will have to do a little bit. For the most part, you won't have too much recoil with this weapon. It's pretty much going to be staying right where it is with a little bit of help from your right little thumb right there. Or if you're on mouse, a little bit of your hand action. Now when it comes down to the magazine, we're going with the 6.5 millimeter Sakura 45 round mag. 45 is the max that we can get with this. We will be getting a boost to the fire rate, movement speed, and recoil control and accuracy for this, at the cost of a little bit of damage, but the amount of damage that we cost with this is definitely compensated for by the fire rate and the recoil control. It's going to be perfect for this. Now we will take a little bit of a hit of range on this, but at the same point, we'll still be able to take people down at long range. You'll see it in the gameplay coming up. We got the first dub with this one. May not be the highest kill gameplay, but it's the first dub we got in Caldera, so we got to showcase it. When it comes to ammunition, you want lengthened, you want a maximum of bullet velocity. That way we have the maximum range possible with this weapon. Like I said before, Caldera is very hilly, mountainy, lots of great distances up and downhill. You'll have plenty of people that'll be contesting you from uphill on very many locations. Can be a bit frustrating at times. It can be the end of you. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, but with a weapon like this, if you're able to notice them before they're able to notice you, you'll be able to push them back or at least down them from wherever location you are looking up at them. Or same vice versa. If you're looking down at them, trust me, you're going to be nailing them down in that dirt. And when it comes to the underbarrel, went with the Carbon foregrip. Another one of those moments where it's just about recoil control. Hipfire accuracy is just bundled with this. We don't necessarily need that. And the accuracy with this weapon is not necessary. It does not have too much horizontal bob from left to right. It's all about that vertical recoil control that we're trying to condition with this. And when it comes to the secondary, we've got the AS44. Maybe you haven't really looked into this one. Maybe you haven't really thought about this one. as a possible secondary close range SMG type of AR, but the fire rate on this gun is outstanding, rivals that of the PPSH. I think it even is faster fire rate than the PPSH. We're starting off with the recoil booster fire rate. Adding to that, got the barrel Empress Falchion A, getting more of that fire rate. We're really pumping it up, and as soon as you start firing this, trust me, you will notice it. It is an absolute machine when it comes to depleting an entire magazine of 60 rounds. Now, when it comes to the optic, it's all up to your personal preference, but we definitely do want something that does not cut down on our ADS time. So I went with Slate Reflector. Since we're doing a lot of close combat with this, we just need something pinpoint and precise. The Slate Reflector works really well for this. Now, at the same time, we will be able to utilize the hipfire with this, and it has extremely strong hipfire ability with this weapon, which is outstanding. I was quite shocked by it, especially if you go in and crouch. I mean, you could hit people at a fair distance of at least 15 meters with this, with the hipfire, if you're crouched, and that is absurd, especially with how many rounds come out of this. Now, not every shot will hit, but you'll have enough of them hit at a fast enough fire rate that you will down them with this. But we're going with the remove stock for the hipfire accuracy and movement speed. Biggest reason we're not going for anything to sprint to fire is we have gung-ho with this weapon. Arguably, you could go with momentum that gives us that move speed after kills, or sleight of hand, but in my opinion, best bet is going to be gung-ho because it completely eliminates sprint to fire time. We no longer have to sprint out, or the sprint out time. It's just immediately whenever we pull that trigger, we're firing from that hip. It's going straight in, or we'll just go straight in ADS right after firing as well. No pause, no coming out of that sprint, having to pull up the weapon and then start firing. It's just letting the bullets fly. And when it comes to perk 2, obviously, again, fully loaded, you want that. Now, you could trade it off for something else like equipment dexterity, some of those close range fights, maybe even faster melee, considering we already have fully loaded on the NZ41, and since they both use assault rifle ammunition, only one of them is needed to completely fill out your ammunition. So it's up to you personally which one you'd rather choose when it comes to this. And when it comes to the rear grip, when we need the pine tar grip, trust me, the recoil control on this is going to be absurd, and you're going to need to put a little bit of effort in. But since we're utilizing this in close range and for hip fire at the same point, it's not fully necessary, but you will not be able to use this for anything close to medium range. You are absolutely going to want to have this a very close range, within 10 meters, arguably less than 10 meters. But trust me, it will melt them absolutely as fast as possible. It is absurd. I guarantee you will be seeing some videos on this in the coming future from J-God or True Game Data exclusive Ace talking about how fast the TTK is with this weapon up close. Now, when it comes to the magazine, we're going with the .30 Russian short 30 round magazine. Gives it the maximum damage and just gives us that ample supply of ammunition to take on some of those 4-man teams. Since we're only in quads right now, I believe tomorrow maybe we will have some different modes coming in along with everybody else being able to play. Not sure about that at this time, but for right now we only have quads. And you could make an argument for the 7.62 Gorenko 50-round magazine, but arguably the fire rate that we gain from this, if you'll notice, fire rate doesn't even go up right here. Not sure exactly if it really will benefit us. The movement speed is about the only thing, but at the same time, we will be taking a hit to the damage. We don't want to have that. We want that maximum extra 10 rounds, 60 maximum damage, not even worried about movement speed or adding to that fire rate because it's already too absurd at this point with the 2 attachments from the barrel and the muzzle. Now, when it comes to ammunition, I went with lengthened. Obviously, we want that bullet to travel as fast as it can so it can meet that target as quickly as possible after you fire it. And when it comes to the underbarrel, like I said before, the recoil control with this weapon is going to be absurd, but with these right attachments, it shall be something that is arguably easy to control in close range combat. When it comes to further away, past 10 meters, no. You don't want to do that, trust me. Yeah, you're more than likely going to lose that gunfight. Along with more than few of the SMGs, MP40 excluded, that have a bit higher fire rate. Outside 10 meters, it's going to be pretty hard to really make them as viable as you want it. Thompson can be done at the price of fire rate and some other attachments as well to add to movement speed. We'll see a lot of different builds, considering we do have 10 different attachments for all of these weapons to mix and match and make for different play styles. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out along the way. And I'll be doing videos on these as I continue to progress, try out each weapon. I've got plenty more to try out, but arguably AS44 is the secondary. It's hard to beat that. The only thing that rivals this is going to be the PPSH. And both of them are absolutely absurd, and I thoroughly enjoy using both of them. And the simple fact that this one has incredible recoil control and absolutely no sprint to fire time, it's just instant. It is a beautiful match for a secondary for any close range fight in any moment inside of Caldera. Alright guys, that's going to be the class. One thing I didn't note, for whatever, well, you'll notice we have stuns and Molotovs, no Semtex or heartbeats inside of the mode we have today. I don't know if that changes tomorrow. I know they will be doing a Caldera map where you can utilize all of the weapons from each of the games and not just Vanguard. So in those moments we will have the heartbeat for those. But if you're going into the Vanguard only, it's time to take the baby monitor and set it up on the shelf. You're not going to need it. You're going to wish you had it. But you'll do fine without it. Trust me. But on that note, we'll get straight into the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is definitely one of the starting meta weapons that I'll be talking about. And we'll have more to come. I've got the DP27 to look at. The Brin's looking a little bit interesting. You've obviously already heard about the Automaton and the STG. Those are going to be some serious contenders for easiest to control recoil. NZ41's right up there with that, but the Automaton and the STG have a bit more ammunition, if I remember correctly. And that's one of those things that can kind of make them a better suited for, you know, bot characters and bot level people that just enjoy not having to work too hard for any kill, or you just don't have the proper aim to really control something that may have a bit more damage and a bit more recoil to control itself. But on that note, let's get straight into the gameplay, and hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one. Let's see.
Where to?
You go village?
What? No.
Village. Let's get it. Is somebody dropped with us?
Yeah, I saw them. Found him.
Where?
Oh my god, you can't be serious. Fucking hell, dude.
Oh, yeah, that guy fucked me.
I got him, I'm coming. Oh, no.
There's two.
Comes. Fucking Christ, man. That really worked. You guys go on the right side?
Your teammate lost the fight. Now they return to base.
That guy was pissed.
Stand by.
Shit.
Go for it.
Somebody grabbed it.
Shields or peak, that's our options.
Fucking peek.
Here's your direction.
Alright, yeah, we haven't gone there.
Your teammate is redeploying. Stand by.
Land in the bunker here. That's where I'm going.
Enemy cluster strike. Watch your heads.
Yeah, this
Right here,
MG42
green
is
ping.
ridiculous.
Safe zone.
Oh my god, dude. Who designed this blueprint? That is the worst fucking long-range gun I've ever seen in my life.
Did we kill these guys? Yeah.
No. Is there a sniper or
Okay.
something in here?
I have one. I don't see it. Where you got shooting at? Are they down in blue?
Eyes on the target.
Oh, good thing.
Yeah.
Bro, the MG42 at range. This one, this is bad. I don't know what they were thinking. They put a
He's behind
range-
rocks for me. I can't see. I have a car 98 if I get eyes on him.
Yeah, I can't fucking hit him to save my life right now.
Lot of,
The buy station's
Oh, I see.
underground, okay.
yeah.
Engaging the target. Most wanted target survived. Nice work.
Whoever kills me is gonna be a very happy person. Stop. Oh, you need to chill out. Crackzilla?
My god.
Okay, you're not as cute as you think you are.
Can I go all the way to the other hilltop?
I think so. We can probably make it all the way to like over here at least.
I think I'm gonna be at the top. Yep, that's crazy.
An enemy team is hunting. We need recon here. Come prey. UAV beginning flyover. Meet here. I see a recon contract.
Yeah, we just flew fucking distance.
That is crazy how far you can go.
I wouldn't even let me ping it.
Beginning flyover. Oh, good.
One guy floating in the air.
Rally point set. Cancel.
We got a squad over here.
Two of them over here.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply. Engaging the target.
Good thing.
Yeah, they're jumping all the way down.
Ended there.
Yeah, let's hold up
Shit.
by this building. Yes, out.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply.
Yeah, we got a whole team over here. That means the rest of them gotta be ghosted.
Yeah.
Shit.
Here. Got your finishes. There's two more. They're ghosted probably.
Fuck. So much foliage.
Marked our rally point.
They got that houses still.
We got ruins over here.
Good on them. I have a gas mask already. 4 teams. Oh, he's right on me. He's right on me.
Oh, shit.
Stun grenade out.
Throwing a stun. I'm plating up.
10 remaining.
I flashed him.
Tree is within reach.
Got an assist. Shit.
He's in
Fuck
the
it.
fucking bush.
Worried about it later.
Got you, I got you.
Good, I have a gas mask. Do the fucking bush, man. 2v2.
We got recon inbound.
One uphill. Downed him. He's down. This boy's back there.
Precision coming in. Over here, over here.
Yep, yep.
He's sniping at me.
I can't get a shot on him. He's behind that bullshit. That's it. First win.
There we go.
First win. Godzilla, I give it a solid 8. I haven't seen enough of it to really give a finalized rating on it, but it's big. That's the first win right there. Oh.